Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your boy MILES, and I got a question for y'all. Is there one specific way to make a beat? Is there one perfect way to make a beat? Okay, I'm gonna give you my opinion. I believe that it doesn't matter how you make the beat as long as it comes out the way that you want it to. I believe that music is subjective to opinion, and as long as it comes out the way that the artist or the way that you want it to, that's all that genuinely matters. So let me break down all the different ways that you can make a beat. Back in the day, this is where the old school old heads did. I'm not trying to knock them. They would go in the studio, they would pay a drummer, they would pay anybody who played an instrument, and they would play all the separate instruments and compose all the notes and all the scores and everything, and they would do it on tape recording, and it would have that analog vibe to it, and then they would bring the artists in, they would bring the background singers in, and that's how they would do it. Marvin Gaye was the first artist who sang his own background vocals without having a background singer in it. So shout out to him for that, because we all know how effective background vocals are, especially once you get to stacking. Now, another way to make beats is to sample. You can sample on an MPC, you can sample digitally, you can kind of mix up the two. And another form of making beats is to find loops. Maybe loops that you made before and chop them and screw them, or maybe loops that other people have. There's so many free loop kits out here. Just go on YouTube, look up free loop kits. A lot of them just want a follow back and a subscription. You know, they want you to subscribe to their YouTube. My bad, I said subscription. They want you to subscribe to their YouTube channel and follow them on Instagram. Normally, they'll give you a whole bunch of sounds and loops for free. I just found out about this week. I used to pay for drum kits, and then I used to pay for loops and samples was already chopped because I had the bread for it. But you know, right now I'm like, okay, I don't want to put money into loops and stuff like that. I want to put money into marketing and money into equipment, because you can't cheat that. You know what I'm saying? Unless you know how to make it from scratch. So that's a way to make beats. And then here's another way to make beats that I didn't understand until 2018. MIDIs are when you download notes and you drag them onto whatever VST, whatever sound. A VST is basically a plugin that you use to play your instrument on. When I do my tutorial on how to make beats from scratch, you'll see what I'm talking about. You literally take the notes. They already played the notes. And there's also a way for you to make your own MIDIs and sell them to people and give them to people for free as well. And I'll teach you how to do that too. So with MIDIs, you could drag them and put them on there, and you could just layer the MIDIs. And now you got these notes that other people made. So say you had beat block, or say something is going on, then, you know, you ain't gotta worry about it. You can still create. So it's multiple ways to create, and that's not even all of them. Another way to create is to sample your own stuff. So literally just sample your own stuff. So, sorry y'all, they over there hooping. I didn't know they had practice at that court. I'm just reminiscing. My dad used to coach me and everything like that. So I'm just reminiscing on that. But you can sample yourself. You can make something from scratch. You can have singers come in the studio. You can have people play live instruments for you in the studio. A lot of bands really won't charge you much to get in the studio and get it in. Them boys and girls, guys and gals, they really love just making music. And you can really get something going. You got synthesizers and stuff like that you can get them to play or whatever. So you can take that and sample your own stuff. You can take your old songs that you may have did to somebody else's beat and sample it. You can do a lot with that. But the main one that I prefer, you know, when I'm in the mood, is to cook up from scratch. Just like, I'll give you a tutorial on that too. Like, you literally just play everything. You go on your DAW. Your DAW stands for Digital Audio Workstation. You go on your DAW and you figure out whatever VSTs, if it's stock plugins or if it's ones that you pay for online. Like Omnisphere is a good one. It's $600 though. Keyscape is a good one. Expand is a good one. Saurus is a good one. I'm naming ones that I use. Keylab, stuff like that. Those are good ones. Complete Control, that's a good one. Because once you get that, you have that for a good little minute. or just use your stock plugins. You know, I'll show you some good stock plugins on FL Studio. The main one on FL Studio, the main one that I would use was SimSynth. I would use Cyrus, 3X OSC. I would use, if you had a full version, you could use Sakura. I don't really use Sakura like that. You can use Odin if you got the full version. But Flex is a new one. Ever since they came out with FL Studio 20, Flex is a good one. If you're on Logic, I think one of the best ones is really just that electric piano they got. Every time I would get on Logic, I jump on that electric piano. You just gotta figure out what DAW works for you best. The main thing is just making like something that you're addicted to. You know, having that replay value, something that you hear it in the car, you go, oh my God. Like, some days I'm in the mood to make beats with loops. Some days I'm in the mood to make beats with MIDI. Some days I'm in the mood to sample. More often than not, I'm in the mood to sample. But when I'm really, really in the mood and I just want to cook something crazy, I'll cook up from scratch. But I'm here to tell y'all that it's okay if you don't want to cook up from scratch. The main thing is just make sure you're making good music. There's really no rules to it. It doesn't matter. Just make sure you're making good music, because it's literally no rules out here. So just figure out what you got to do to make the best music out of those options. And if you have any questions or if you have anything that you want to add, I'm still a student of the game. Go ahead and add that in the comments and we're going to get right. I'm about to turn back into my complex and take care of some stuff at the crib. So I'll see y'all. I love y'all. Y'all keep making great music and continue to elevate every day, not just in music, but also on your personal journey, because the more you grow as a person, the more you'll grow in your craft as well. All right, y'all.